But at this point, I'm just trying to do some easier climbs to get back into the swing of things. This was a cool corner because there was a little bit of a split between the two boulders. And then there was that erect that I tried to start on. Definitely want to come back to this boulder to try some more betas. Harder one. It's over. Switching start driving it. Go back to the next move. It can be a difficult move to do, especially because I've lost a lot of my strength over the past few months. You can see there where I had to flip my hand. So this one was kind of difficult, and I knew I probably wouldn't be able to climb it today because of my lack of climbing, and it was still above probably where my climbing grade was before I had my regression. But I figured this was a nice boulder to try and work on some different types of moves, and it would be a good boulder to come back to see how much progress I have made in the future. So this is a highball boulder that I did. I saw it and I couldn't pass it up. The bottom half just looked amazing to climb. But I got into my head while doing this climb, and there's about 3 moves where if you do them, it will make it really difficult to down climb. So you kind of have to commit to those moves. And when I got to the top, it definitely did not seem like I did a very good beta to get up there. And I ended up having to down climb on this one, which is my least favorite thing to do. I absolutely hate down climbing. It's my biggest fear. But when I was up at the top and doing those 2 other moves that I needed to make the commitment on, I got so caught up in my head that I couldn't really think of how to go on past those areas. And I got to the point where, for the first time climbing, I thought that I was gonna fall based purely on my inability to climb it and the difficulty of down climbing this one. I felt like I was gonna fall at other times, but that has always been due to like shoe slippage or failure of equipment. At this point, it was just me and the wall. All of my equipment was working good, and I had my good shoes on, so it was just one of those situations where I thought I could do something that I probably shouldn't have tried to do at that point. It's difficult to see in this video how exactly I climbed. When I put the camera down, it looked like it was at a better angle, but as you can see, there's a lot of trees in the way. So hopefully I can get better at shooting my camera angles to where you'll be able to see more of the climb and the process of how I was trying to figure out this beta.
So I'm actually kind of glad I didn't make it up that one and had to down climb, because the top was nothing but pine needles and no good holds that I can see. I probably should have checked this out before I started climbing. My first time back climbing since quarantine started and the whole COVID-19. Definitely a lot to work on. I regressed a lot. I think the hardest one I was able to accomplish today was maybe a V2. Only ones I did easily were V0s or V1s. So I definitely have some room to grow back into being an okay V3 climber and then progress from there. I know that I haven't been very consistent with my video uploads lately. They've been coming up late. That should be changing now that I'm able to get out and climb again and I'm all done moving into my new house. So thank you all who have stayed with me.